Good morning, everyone. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the morning. My name is Yarni Sakta Choudhury and I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. IGP, a non-profit organization, is a social and ISO certified international training institute. In 3 years, we already served 3 million knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 250 plus professions and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional IGP and ISO 9001, 2015 and 10,002, 2018 is the training faculty for skill development, which can found in 2020 and is generating component candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualifications. The Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student and community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it is not effective to increase one's skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seekers, job holders, and also for learners to respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institution. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminars, courses, awards, quiz competition, mentoring, counseling, etc. On the other side, we also trying to serve more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, couple letter, motivation letter, and world knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge, which can upgrade all day. Kids Learning Games website, free courses, converter sites, and many more. We help to empower youth to learn to meet their expectations and dreams and become highly skilled people. We implement several trainings, programs, webinars, and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional trainers, speakers, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kinds of youth and to promote the education and of their abilities and personalities. To ensure excellent and in-depth instruction, we arrange with qualified trainers, speakers, and instructors. We extend free services to more than 3 million knowledge seekers in the last 3 years. We have affiliation with universities and organizations in 70 different countries. Virtual motion with many colleges and organizations have been accomplished. We are working to create a legendary generation of future scholars and citizens who will be accountable. We are constantly prepared to assist all knowledge seekers with valuable service. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love, light, and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learners. We represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required. To lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity, IGP members are committed to offering effective, best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill levels and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friends in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,335 webinars successfully. Now, at present, we are going to start our 1,336, and our program name is Leadership and Ownership Mindset. And today we have our speaker. Our speaker name is Ma'am Shimpi Kandelwal, and she's from India. Before I hand over the stage to our ma'am, I want to share a very bit about our speaker. She's a trainer and counselor, gold medalist, MBA Finance, certified independent director, PGDPS, become the MCDCA, PhD thesis submitted, founder of Solter Brainerdly. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Hello, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for the beautiful introduction. Namaste, everyone.
Welcome.
Good morning. I'm Simpi Khandelwal, founder of Solitaire Brainry. And before starting with the session, I really want to thank
Wow.
IGP for providing this platform to give this opportunity to serve the community at large. Thank you. So
Most
let's start
welcome,
with the
ma'am.
presentation. Yeah.
Ma'am, first you have to
Yeah.
give some description about yourself. Then you can
Okay.
start.
Okay, so I'm Simpi Khandelwal, gold medalist MBA Finance. I am a faculty in various management institutes taking MBA sessions, and I am a corporate trainer and counselor as well. I'm All India registered faculty for Chartered Institute of Chartered Accountants for India for training their personalities and various other fields. And I have done various things. I'm all over world 100% scorer for ethical reasoning according to Bloomberg. And I have done mass communication, computer application, psychological counseling, and other 42 certifications down the line. And soon, officially, I would be able to write the doctor in front of my name. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. The stage is yours. You can start.
Thank you. Okay, my slides is visible. Can I get? Hope my slides are visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So today I would be taking with the session of ownership mindset and leadership. First of all, it is really very important that how to inculcate this kind of mindset to have an ownership, and then we can pursue the traits of the leadership. So for that mindset, definitely it is important to explore ourselves and take the responsibility. And now the next very question is to how you will going to explore yourself is to know yourself better through the mode of self analysis. Through knowing yourself better, you can even do for the SWOT also. You can look out for your area of improvements, and definitely you can come up with knowing yourself better and serve the community at large. So it only be possible if we pursue right. Now, what is right in terms of your attitude? Now, attitude in terms of what you are set in your mind. Like, for example, if I am coming with the right attitude, definitely today I do my best and best I can. But in the mind, I had some instances in the past, maybe 1 hour before, and subconsciously it was there in my mind. For example, I got irritate due to somebody parked their vehicle in my parking. Maybe every time they do the same after spelling the things to them, and so that thing is there in my mind every time, and that is there when I'm coming my workplace. So maybe due to that, I'm not having that clearance of mind at that point of time. So it is very, very important that without having any expectations, without having any complaints, without having any kind of irritations, you are pursuing your right attitude, a right direction. The next is if you're having right intention. This is so important. If you're having the things with a good intention, if you're doing right thing with the having good motive around it, definitely it will going to have a win situation for you. The next is right plan of action. So how we consider that this is the only right plan, so it's better to have your plan A, plan B. If not for B, then you can have a plan C. So right plan of action is so important. Therefore, that means you are putting your whole lot of energy into that particular task. It is so important. And the next is your right example. If you follow those kind of right example rather than following right now the social media, for someone it is more of distraction, but for someone maybe more useful because they are getting learning out of it. So it is up to you how you want to take it that. So it is very important. If you pursue with the right example, definitely it will lead you in a better direction. So right attitude, intention, right plan of action, and right example, definitely it was counted under the eightfold part. As we can see, that is counted under right understanding. If we understand the things clearly in our head, what we want to do and how we will going to do it by applying the formula of 5W1H, that is what, when, where, who, and why. If any situation, if we are applying those kind of formula, and H is how, definitely we'll pursue the right understanding. Then right thought. If you're having the right thought in a mind, it will definitely going to help you out. Right speech, in terms of whatever I want to speak, if I am very much clear enough, my thoughts are very much clear enough what I want to convey, definitely it will going to help me out. Then next step is the right action, and based on that, if I'm understanding the things rightly in the right manner, I am taking right actions accordingly. Right livelihood, accordingly I'm taking right effort, not too much, not too less, but the balanced and appropriate. Right mindfulness, whatever I'm speaking, whatever I'm doing, I'm very much conscious enough what I'm saying in. And right amount of concentration, that is the focus you are putting up in your task. So it is very important that if you pursue all these items, these eightfold parts in the right amount and in the right volume, definitely it will going to help us out. And definitely it will going to create what is ownership mindset. So ownership mindset is definitely that will going to enhance the agility, and how that I will going to tell you. Okay. So, what do we mean when we talk about this necessity of having an ownership attitude and encouraging it in our team? It doesn't mean you're stepping on the toes of others or you are pointing the fingers to the other person. Okay, so we are not going to target other people. We are not going to take away their work or their task, whatever they are doing. It is something you are creating your own space first of all. Okay, and one should always be aware of their role, what role you have got, and you should be complied in that particular role. It is essential to have we all are in this together attitude rather than every man for himself mindset. So if you are preserving yourself, okay, why should I share my knowledge? Why should I do this and that? It will be shared, they can copy my ideas. That means you're not a creative person. Let them copy, let them impart the knowledge, let that knowledge to be get spread worldwide. So, and if you are more creative, you will come up with the new ideas, new thoughts, new set of examples, new case studies, whatever it's maybe. Okay, so and the next is ownership entails taking the initiative to achieve beneficial outcome. It is important. It's not like that you have to be have the ownership attitude, you should have that kind of mindset. By spelling all these things, you can't create that kind of ownership attitude or the mindset. Definitely it is important that first of all, it is to be understood by the person who wants to offer it or your team members want to offer it. So definitely, how you will going to make them understand, it is important to know them beneficial outcomes of it, that what you will going to achieve out of it. It entails not waiting for others to act. I'm not waiting for others to act for such and such task. It is about caring as much about the company owner would. So if I am the owner of the company, what the best capacity I would have done for my company, definitely if the same set of mindset my employees or my team members are having, then you are at the top of this edge. Now, taking responsibility demonstrates to others that you can be trusted to do the correct thing. So, definitely, if you are taking responsibility for each and everything, that means that person can trust you and you are holding responsible for that thing. For that matter, it is important, and definitely, you are a very much approachable person that can be who can be trusted. Okay. So when people adopt an ownership perspective, they accept the responsibility for their results. Definitely, they held accountable for that particular task. They rather than just merely an output or okay, my work is done now. I am not answerable to anyone. No, it's not like that. You accept complete responsibility, whether it gets succeed or maybe it has some other side of outcome. So we are empowered enough to make the decisions, and that leads to those outcomes. If not, what if not, then works become transactional only. Just a mere contract. You give me some task, I am doing it, and my work is got over. So we become very, disengaged and from this connection, and it is having more of networking, having that kind of attitude. So, connecting with your contributor is the best way to go. Gather the ideas from your colleagues who are frequently seated around your table. So, this is so important that you can gather those, ideas. What are their thoughts? What are their perceptions? What are their thinking about that same very task? Because every person has got different way of thinking and different way of doing the task. So, it is important to connect with everyone. Let's know how they do it. What is their plan of action? Maybe because this is completely based on competency mapping, how very well they can do, what are their horizon, what are their abilities or capabilities of doing that particular task, or the style of doing that task. So it is very important to connect, to learn, and to understand. And definitely, if we feel that it can be one of the improvement area, or I can improvise myself better way, definitely you can go for that. Okay. So possessing an ownership attitude had lots of benefit. And if I am developing that kind of mindset, yes, this is mine and I own the complete responsibility, excellent things happen. First thing is it enhance the agility. Agility means you are now more passionate, you are more now, energetic. Whatever may be your age, you are more mobile, you are more motivated, you are passionate enough, you are more improvised, you have got a new energy. And with that positive energy, you are motivating others also simultaneously. So it enhances the agility, it gives you that kind of a new passion to you, and new sense of direction also simultaneously. Then second is in more creativity. Definitely, if you are getting the work of your own choice, the things you are best at, definitely you are more passionate enough. And plus, you are getting those kind of freedom also simultaneously to take your decisions and act on it. Definitely, it will lead to more of creativity, and you will apply various methods, various different strategies to that particular work to get it win and get it done. A boost in spirit that generates leadership skill. Now this is so important. It will boost your spirit, it will empower you from inside out. Why I am saying inside out? Because definitely if you are too much powerful from inside, more positive from inside, definitely it will be reflected from your face, from your personality, from your aura you are presenting, right? And it generates the leadership skills. So if you are very much positive, if you are carrying that kind of attitude that yes, this is mine and I will going to own it, I will going to do it, it generates that kind of leadership. And after that, good recruitment and retention. Everyone wants to be in your team. And the retention is they don't want to leave only because there is no end to the learning. They are each and every day they are learning new aspects, new ways of doing it, dealing with the new situations. So okay, so I want to ponder upon the third point, that is generate the leadership skill. Let us discuss it in more detail, how it will going to generate the leadership skill. First of all, this skill helps to maximize the efficiency and to achieve the organizational goal, and your leadership skill will lead to the success. And but how it will going to happen? How I will going to develop those kind of leaders? I want to have those skills, for example, but sometimes I decline myself speaking much. So first of all, as we discussed, let's have that kind of ownership mindset in our mind. Then only I can project that thing in physical form. And for that you should have the accountability also. Now what is accountability? I'll going to discuss it. Let's proceed further. Qualities of a leader. So this is so important. What are the qualities of a leader? And if you understand the what kind of qualities a leader should pursue, definitely it will going to help you out to understand yourself. I am having those qualities, or over the years can I develop those kind of qualities if I want to project myself, or I want to become a good leader. So over the years, several theories of effective leadership have been developed. I have discussed, will going to discuss some few important leadership theories that will definitely to help as a person. The first one is a trait theory. Trait means the characteristics which a person is pursuing, and the good leaders definitely share some common characteristics, and few of them are integrity. With a full morale, full honesty, and full ethical background, definitely you are carrying out your task. Second is empathy. It is very important to understand the difference between the empathy and sympathy. Sympathy, you are consoling others in that manner, that yes, you will be fine, and I can understand, like that. You are just consoling, giving them the kind of a peace for a time being. But in case of empathy, you are actually acting, you are taking some action. Like for example, I got hurt today, And I have been offered an help by my friend, that don't worry, I'll going to help you out. If you're not able to move, then I'll going to help you out to go for that particular floor or whatever it may be, or today I can carry your task for today. So that person is understanding my situation, how in a painful situation I am, and taking the action. But it's not about just the someone is helping. In return, whenever you get a chance or the opportunity, you should also help that person, for that matter, whenever that person or some other may be in that pain, because now you are understanding the importance of it. So empathy means you are yourself putting in someone's shoes and understanding that situation and taking the action also simultaneously. The next is assertiveness. Assertiveness means you're more confident. And I know most of you take this term as in a very kind of a negative side, but this is not a very negative term. This is very positive term in terms of projecting more of confidence. Along with, you are simultaneously polite also. You are taking others opinion also, you are listening to others opinion also simultaneously, but putting forward your viewpoint in a very confident manner. The next is good decision making skills. Definitely, the leaders have good decision making skill. They can quickly take those decisions. They know they can vision out the things into 360-degree, that what will going to best work for my team or for my organization, whatever manner it may be. And likability, they have a common likability whatsoever. So these are the some personality traits which been shared by the good leaders. And if definitely if you are pursue those kind of personalities, you are a leader. Okay, let's move on to the other theory. Now, another theory states that there's a behavioral theory, because based on the behavior of a particular person, you decide what kind of leader, or characterized themselves. You just give a category to them. For example, if we discuss the Lewin and the Blake Moten theories, basically falls under this category, and let's see to it what they say actually. So, Lewin leadership style framework, basically they have characterized this leadership style into three categories. That is autocratic leadership. The second is democratic, and the laissez-faire. I think most of us are being aware of these kind of leadership. Let us quickly understand in a very simpler manner when these kind of leadership actually need to be get adopted. And you can't say, if I am having autocratic style, I'm a bad person, I don't listen to others. It's not like that. Maybe that particular situation demands that kind of leadership. At that point of time, it is important. Then again, the democratic and the laissez-faire. Let us understand when we can follow this, and it will going to help our team in a more beneficial manner. Okay, the first one is autocratic leadership. It is very important when we need to take a very fast and immediate decision. We don't have too much of time in our hand, and we need to take a decision. So definitely this kind of leadership, one has to hold the responsibility. So autocratic leadership definitely will going to help you out for that manner. When a group has inexperienced people, right now I have hired a team, and they are not too much well acquainted with the system, with the process, and with the environment as such. So I need to, or a kind of skill set they require for that particular task. So definitely I they require that much time to groom themselves up. So I have to give them time. So for that particular manner, I can offer my autocratic leadership style, where the group has the inexperienced people. So to groom themselves, to give them more coaching and training to them, so that they can become more of experienced. And second, leading the people in times of danger. Definitely, so there is a one leader and others are the followers. You are leading the people at a time of danger. So best example, like fireman in case of fire. So definitely time to time, like for example, the person, those who have started their own organization, we talk of Steve Jobs or the Bill Gates. They've when initially when they've started their this thing of the organization, they offer autocratic leadership style initially, and soon after, they have experienced members, their teams and all, they have moved to the other style of leadership. So initially when you are starting something, or you are in a danger zone, or you want to make an immediate decision, you can offer this autocratic leadership. Okay. The next is the democratic leadership. It is useful in making shared decisions. Like if I give an example, along with me, there are 4 to 5 more people, those who have worked day and night to form this organization to be a best one and to make it a more large and expanded. So they are along with me for the last 16 to 20 years. So they are very important, whatever the position they are holding, but they are very important that to count them in the decisions. I'm taking the, the count or vote for the, the opinions of the others. Whatever the decisions I'm making, I am, collectively taking the decisions, the shared opinions of my team members, and I'm involving them. Basically, I'm involving them in my decision making process. So that is all about shared decisions. And second is decision regarding the goals. What would be our goal? Will be the short term, maybe the long term, and how we will going to achieve. Let's have a common ground of discussion, and that is being represented by the democratic leadership. So the best example, Jeff Bezos and Indra Nui of Pepsi, of Jeff Bezos of Amazon, or maybe there are many other democratic leaders who lead by an example by having a shared decisions. Okay. So the next is the next type of leadership style is the laissez-faire leadership, whereby it is only useful when the members are expert enough. Now you have, initially you have given the training, you have, given those kind of skill sets to them, and now they are very much become confident and they are very much expert enough, carry out their task in a very nice way, and they prove to a very important asset to your organization, and their independence is valued over here. They are very much independent to take their decision, and they don't require spoon feeding or micromanaging, and they can take their decision. So, in that case, laissez faire leadership is best. So, team members have skills to succeed. Now, they have those kind of skill sets. They have become more expert. They are very much independent enough to take the decision. Like, for example, Warren Buffett. So, then you know that my team members are very much expert enough. They can take their own call, what is fine, and no one is going to blame you because you know better. So that is the important characteristics of this type of leadership. So over here right now I have discussed under the behavioral theory the Lewin style, which comprised of autocratic, the democratic, and the laissez-faire leadership style. Now, second, again in the behavioral style, this is Blake and Mountain managerial grid. So, first one was the Lewin, whereby we have got 3 different patterns of leadership style. Now, the second, again under the behavioral pattern, is the Blake and Mountain managerial grid. Now, this is very easy also, and it is very visible enough how it works. Let me explain that. Now, if I am more concerned towards the people, I'm very much high enough in my best capacity. I'm very people per concern leader, but in terms of task concern, I'm very much low. I'm more of people concern, low of the task concern. Definitely, I will be considered as a country club manager. My category or my quadrant or my arena is by name by the country club manager, whereby the concern for the people is more rather than the task. The second grid talk of the team leader. Now, the people concern is also very high and the task concern is also very high. So both of the things simultaneously are high. They counted under the team leader. The third one, if I can say, that is authoritarian leader. Authoritarian means like the task concern is high, but the people concern is very low. I'm not concerning the feelings of my team members. I'm not too much empathic enough. I am just enough to dictate the task. Therefore, the task concern is very much high and the people concern is very low. That is counted under the authoritarian leader. And the next one is improvised leader. So improvised leader means that the people concern and the task concern is very low. I'm not even concerned for the task. I'm not even concerned for the people. I am very impoverished leader. So over here, why it happens? First of all, why I'm too much? My people concern is low. My task concern is low because the only one reason you are very much self-centered. You think that if something went wrong, oh, the team or the boss will going to blame me for that matter. You want to stay away from the blame. You don't want to take the blame for anything. You don't want to own the responsibility for anything. You don't want to held accountable for that particular matter. Okay, so and you have certain reservation or preservations, I can say, regarding certain task or the activity, and therefore my people concern and my task concerns become very low. And because I have certain kind of fear, I don't want to, I feel that if something happens, it will going to ruin my reputation or my image, whatever I created, or what the other people will going to think about myself. Those are categorized into this quadrant, that is impoverished leader. And if I'm a very diplomatic, if I am in midway something, not too high or not too low, that is known by the name of middle of road manager, that is status quo, I can say. So middle of road manager is not showing too high for the people concerned or not too low for the people concerned, not too high for the task concerned, not too low for the task concerned. They are somewhere in middle. They are trying to balance it based on the situation, sometimes giving balancing for the people, sometimes balancing with the task, the chewing and this thing. So middle of road manager. So this is all about the managerial grid according to Blake and Mountain. I think this is very much clear enough. Now you can analyze yourself, you can think about yourself, in which category you falls into, in which quadrants you fall into. Now, it doesn't mean that if I am a country club manager, if I am authoritarian manager, or if I am impoverished leader, whatsoever, my main motive is how I can be the team leader. How can I will be pursuing those kind of qualities or improvised myself to become a team leader, whereby I can project high level for the people concerned and for the task concerned. So, for that matter. So, this is all about the behavioral theory. The next is the contingency theory. So, under the leadership, definitely, this is also very important. And here in this theory, the things are being categorized based on the situations. Maybe today is different situation, tomorrow they may be different, and day after tomorrow it may be different, or yesterday it was some different situation. So I'm opting a different set of leadership style based on situation, based on demand, I can see, based on the circumstances I am having or facing, based on the environment where I am. So you analyze whole situation, you see those kind of requirements, and then you opting those kind of leadership styles. So what are those kind of leadership styles which I can opt in my contingency theory? So here they are. There are 6 styles of leadership basically under this falls under this category. And the first one is visionary. And I think most of we know that leadership shows visions. It implies more of vision. It is more of visionary. It mobilizes the people towards a vision. Now some will going to ask how it will going to, how it is mobilize the people towards the vision. Means that you show them the future. You show them what I have to do, not right now, but where you want to go for. What is the end result? Where you want to go for. Show them that kind of vision, that kind of future. So, and if they understand that kind of future in their mind, your 50% task has been already done. So show them the vision. What is the vision for a team or for that project or for that product or for my organization? Like I want to make people happy. Whatever the task we do, we make the people happy. So that kind of vision, or where you want to see the future as per for your team. So mobilize towards the vision of that particular goal, and then definitely if they understand the vision, they will definitely set up themselves and plan it out to achieve that particular goal. So first style is visionary style. They mobilize towards a vision, and when the people are very much mentally prepared enough, definitely your team is ready enough to take for that particular task. Second is coaching. So develop the people for the future. So your leadership style is to give the coaching, what are the skill sets you are having. You are imparting that kind of knowledge to the other, making your team members to come at the same pace, and then they can take a decision. So it is important you are giving the coaching, you whatever the experience you are having, whatever the knowledge you are having, definitely you can impart it, and you can develop the people for the future. The next style is the affiliative style, that is which create an emotional bond and harmony amongst your team members. You are more of a person who project empathy towards your team member, but doesn't mean that every time due to this kind of style the people is skipping from doing the task, that okay, my this leader will going to, or my boss or my team member will going to understand and go for it. No, because they will going to observe it. Once or twice you can go for it, but third time if you do, definitely you will get noticed, and then it won't work out for yourself. So this type of style create the emotional bond and harmony amongst the members. The next style is democratic. I think we have discussed before also. So it builds consensus through the participation. You involve each and every member of your team in that discussion. It's not like, okay, we both will discuss and we will let you know that what decision we are taking, and then you can proceed with your task. It's not like that. I'm involving whole lot of my team, and consensus means they're agreeing to it. I'm fine. And if they're having any point of view or the opinion, definitely they can present it for that matter. Okay. The next style is a pace setting. Now I understand after giving coachings and this and that, and my team is expert enough. They are very much having that kind of excellence, and they have that self direction. They are very much motivated. They know how to achieve. They know the formula of 5W1H. So it is known as the pace setting, and you are giving the complete authority. Yes, go for it. And the last one is the commanding style. So demand immediate compliance. Now over here, for example, two of my members, they're very much casual. And they're not giving a good example to other team members. Now you'll say, how? If I take we need for everything, we need consistency, right? And from day one they are late for the meeting, day two again they are late, day three, and they are projecting, and when they are entering late, they are projecting a wrong set of example, and they're disturbing the discussion also. They are in midway and they don't know what to say and what to speak, and they missed out some important pointers also. So for that matter, the commanding style of leadership is required, that you take immediate action for that manner, that it is not allowed, for example, to get being late for the particular meeting. So if you are taking certain action for particular situation or for particular compliance, that is known as commanding style of leadership. So if the situation demand immediate compliance, so you offer the commanding style. So it involves visionary, coaching, affiliated, democratic, pace setting, and commanding. 6 styles of leaderships are there under this. So over till now I have discussed the three the main important. There are many other theories also, but right now I'm discussing with the 3 basic main important theories, which showcase the traits of a good leader, which showcase the behavioral pattern of the leader, and which also showcase kind of leadership that you can offer in the different situation, demand with a different environment, or maybe different circumstances, you can offer it. Now, after understanding, okay, I can offer this quality or that quality, but what should have from inside? I should have integrity, empathy, assertive, that I have discussed also, a common likability, that yes, we all want this one thing and we want to achieve whatever it may take. So first is the emotional intelligence. It is so important that you should be very much having a quality of emotional, that is your EI is very important having. That means you project that kind of empathy. You are recognizing feeling of yourself, and you are understanding the others also simultaneously, and it will going to help in creating strong relationship. In real life also, when we find someone who understand us, they understand our situations, uh definitely it will going to create a strong, you have that kind of bond with them, that kind of understanding with them. So this entails the self-awareness and empathy. So I know myself much better, and if I know myself, definitely I'm going to understand the other also. The second is self confidence. You should have that high level of confidence. Yes, I can do it, but it doesn't mean yes, I can do it. And when you are in a problem, you are like, oh no, what should I do now? No, no, no. It is not like that. Yes, I can do it. Maybe whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the problem, you are always with the affirmation, yes, I can do it. You are at the highest of your confidence level. It comes from knowing themselves what they want to, and strong belief in their ability to get things done and be successful. They know I can do it, whatever it may be, and I will be successful in this task. Okay, so they have a very that kind of strong belief. It is not only ki I can do it. It's all about how you are going to do it, by taking all together whole group, whole different set of personalities, and to make them understand those kind of personality in the same pace. You have that kind of understanding, rather than having the perception for one or the others. Okay, the next is the positive attitude and the outlook. So this is very, very important, that you should have a positive attitude and outlook to different things without having expectation. First of all, positive attitude only comes without, if you delete the expectation. I want in my life, I want like this only. I want like this only. No, you can't have like that. People have a different set of abilities. They can't stand on your expectation. But if you understand each other, and in a more realistic manner, that I am different, they are different, but if we stand for a common ground, a common goal, a common vision, definitely we will going to work for each other and help each other. Also prepare to make changes necessary to over the problem. They should not be static enough that I'm stuck with my thought and this is the only style and I will not going to do it. But definitely you should have a learning attitude, that if I am getting some good way, even the leader also, if he or she is having a good way, or if they are going somewhere and they're observing the things, and they are getting those vibes, oh wow, this is a good way to do it, right? So I can also inculcate. It should not be like that. Okay, I am also expert. It may be his style. The attitude should not be like that. That I am the expert. I am at this position like that. No, I always say for myself also, I am a learner. I can learn many things day and night from the others. From the small baby, from a grown up, every day is a learning. So if we pursue that right amount of positive attitude, and the outlook means to view the things from different perspective, then definitely it will going to help you out. Ability to create a vision for future, this I have discussed. And so you should create a very robust and compelling vision, a very best vision, that they can see where we want. And they should be out. When the vision is very much clear, you get charged. Because ultimate final outcome is there in your head. How you're doing it. No, it is also important how you're doing it. It's not like you are manipulating the things or doing it in a very negative manner, or maybe harming the others. No, it is not like that. You have to do it in a very organized way, or maybe in a correct way. You are not hurting others and not hurting yourself also simultaneously. So you present a vision in a way that inspires inspire the people they lead. You are doing the best that definitely, inspire. There is one example. I have went to one school, and where I can see one of the coordinator, she is like working like anything, means the level of confidence. And when you meet her in the morning, she project the same kind of energy, and in the after late in the afternoon you're meeting with the same kind of energy, with the same passion, with the same dedication, that I want the things to be get done. I want the parents to be satisfied with my whatever the queries or they are having. So that is a kind of attitude, that is ownership. She created that kind of attitude whereby parents don't require need to be the principal for that matter. Okay, they are very much like, okay, we are fine with the college, she is such a wonderful, that means the leader that school is having, that create that no need to meet the highest authority, they are sufficient, and you're very much satisfied whatever the answers or the actions they are taking for your queries or anything. So you should create a vision for the future, then only you will going to develop the team, your team members as themselves as a leader and accountable for their own work. Okay, ability to motivate people. Definitely, if you're having emotional intelligence, self confidence, that kind of attitude, ability to create vision, you will definitely able to motivate the people. Few people are like that. When we see you, we get charged up, we get motivated. How? Only the personality is sufficient? No, because in the back of our mind, their credentials, how they have come up, how they fight with the situations, how they have groomed themselves, how they were before, and now if you see how they are, it is a best set of example you can project to the people, and definitely it motivates the people. So you should be a one who gives an example of motivation. I want to be like this. I want to have that kind of skill set. Okay. So, good leader must be able to convince others to accept that the objectives have been set, they should accept. Then they tend to emphasize teamwork and made their team recognize when people work together, they can achieve the great things. So, this is very important. If you are able to motivate that, if we are all together, we will definitely going to achieve more out of it. Problem solving and decision making. Good leaders tend to be exceptional problem solvers. Okay, so they don't look for problems much, they look for solution. Like the problem has happened now, I'm not more of concern for the problem. It's being done, the damage, whatever the damage is being done, or it has been occurred. If we think of more of problem, it will, it will going to increase. If it is going to increase in your head, definitely it will going to spread like a wildfire amongst your team also, and it will going to affect your work. So rather than, you should look for the solution. Now what best I can do, what is the next, now this is done, now what I can do the next. Okay, so they have a good understanding of the business environment. Okay, what environment I am in, what would be the best solution for this kind of environment, I know the people of this my organization or this. And then you can generate the creative ideas and evaluate the options also. Now I have 10 number of ideas, so it doesn't mean I will going to apply all those 10 ideas in one go. I will evaluate them, all those 10 options with me, and before dealing it, I will going to evaluate myself if I am at that place, and I will work for the best solution. And the last, ability to manage the performance. So if I am having to ability to manage the, like, effective leaders manage performance by setting their expectations clearly and concisely. This is I what want, and concisely means very much short. I'm not too much into detail so that I can confuse and they're having lot of queries and the questions. I'm very much concise enough and asking them also for the question, that any doubt or anything. So when everyone knows what is expected, what I need to be do, it is much easier to get high performance also. If I'm very much clear how I need to perform, when I need to perform, who all will be involved, how I will going to use my competencies, my ability to that particular task, definitely you are able to manage that performance. But how you will going to do it, you understand the competencies of your team members. This is important. If you understand them, if you understand their best capacities, you will able to manage their performance also simultaneously. So these are the qualities that the leader should pursue. The next is the role of a leader. The first is that he should be a strategic thinker. The ability to think, to change. Okay, this is not working, immediately let's change it, rather than pondering, oh, what I can do, and that you can immediately go for some the changes what is required. You can have new product. Okay, this is not working, let's us do this thing to face the competition or maybe face the situation. Communicating. The effective leaders used to all level of communication, reach out to staff, clients, customers, and their stakeholders. Now, this is important. Stakeholders are the ones who are directly and indirectly, connected with the organization or for your team, whatsoever it may be. So you have all having those qualities of communications, and you are a person who built networking also. And if you say, why I should talk to that IT guy, I am a marketing person. No, it is important to know their aspect also, to have that kind of communication, to get that kind of knowledge, because you can impart to others also. Next, decision making. Yes, it's important that prior to implementation, first you need to consider the impact of it. It's not like that, okay, we can do it and let's see. No, it's not like that. First of all, you consider what impact it will going to have with such choices in wherever environment you are working for. The next is the team building. Effective team building rests upon the shoulder of your the team leader also, and the individuals also. If in the team, if you're having a kind of cold war or some time of hidden purpose or secret area, definitely it will completely ruin the plan. So it is very important to know each other, to come at the same pace, and it is important to build time of a lead. So this is a very important role that a leader offer, to build a team that have a same side of mindset at that point of time, at least without issues and all those things, okay? So that they can work their job. And leading by example. You should not give a wrong examples. Once upon a time I went there and I saw this and that, and this happened, that happened, and you did all false this thing just the people can give perceive the pride for you and all. And what will going to happen in the real life when they saw you somewhere whereby you are opposite personality, what you have projected, it is the time whereby your trust will going to get broken. So don't create the false stories, or don't narrate those kind of negative stories that can hamper or prove negative to you. So you have to be very much fairness. You have to be very much logical why you are taking such and such decision. You should be more of integrated person. You should project more integrity, honesty at that time, that professionalism in the image that supports a professional environment and employee support, so for whatever manner it may be. So you have to lead by an example, showcase that correct example. And if you are the one, it's not like that, okay, you do this and that. No, you should be a partner in that also. You all are business partners, and we all together will going to do it. It's not like that I am a leader, I will not do it and you will going to do it. No, it is not like that. Okay. So the next is we have seen the qualities and we have seen the role also. Now, but it is now important. Now you are running with the question how to acknowledge that lack of ownership. How to know that I'm not having that ownership. I always do my work in the best capacity I can. How you can say that I'm not having that kind of ownership mindset? So the first one is disconnected user experience. So when everyone attention is focused on one aspect of the product and service, okay, and we miss out the opportunity to consider the entire experience of consuming it, basically. So if I have taken a product, I have I am very much satisfied. Okay, fine. I have delivered and they are very much happy. But what is the overall experience of consuming it? I missed out completely. So, and if I am giving, if I'm a brand ambassador, I am projecting those kind of advertisement, and me myself is not consuming that product. The fairness products in the market, other sort of advertisements, you see a very popular role models or the faces, your celebrities and all. What about whether they are consuming that or not? It is important. So you have to consider that you have to have that those kind of experience of consuming also, that and it will going to help you out to understand where I'm missing, what difficulties the my consumers or my team members may be facing for that matter. So disconnected user experience maybe. So for that matter, I have to experience the same thing for myself also, the first thing. Second, tragedy of the commons. I have given this phase over here because everyone can see what's wrong. I can see this is wrong, this is not correct, but no one wants to take responsibility or do anything, because the problem is that not mine, this is an organization problem, this is their problem, this is their department problem, so this is not my problem. I know the problem is there. So as a result, things get continue to degrade, basically driving down the morale and company image along with. So rather, if I can do much, I can discuss, I can narrate, I can project, I can help them. If they are also working, I can help them. So therefore, you can be more of ownership, that this person is handling his own work style or department or area, but also more concern for the others simultaneously. It gives that kind of mindset. Underachieving. So sometimes when frontline, so this is something I want to do, but I'm not getting an opportunity to do. So sometimes when the frontline team members lack an authority to make decisions about their task, they will not do their best work. Even if they are trying hard, they can't do it because they have, it is more difficult for the time consuming, and getting the results you want, you feel that way. So neither the product nor the employees are up to the task, so both of them are not into that particular horizon. So sometimes the authority is very important, the choices and the freedom given is very important, so that they can take the appropriate decision. But this is also important, that simultaneously you should be a trusted person. You should also showcase that we know our product or the project in a very well manner, that that authority can be departed to you. So sometimes that proves to be underachieving. Now, how to encourage your employees to take ownership of their work? So what are the problems we have seen, what are the leadership styles we can offer, what kind of personalities we can work for, and then how we can encourage that. It's not too late to offer a feel of your own. If you're thinking that okay, today I am in this organization, tomorrow I may be in the other, but what impact you are making, that is important. Wherever you are, work as if it is yours, own that thing, feel pride for that. Therefore, definitely it will going to create more of impact. Maybe you are not in auction, but in future the cycle will going to repeat, and you can face those kind of person in near future. Okay, so the first thing is delegate as many choices as possible to the lowest level and as feasible. It's not like that delegate everything, but it should be feasible, appropriate. Okay, that you can decide it up to this level. Definitely, they can easily take the decision, and they don't require even for every now and then for the permissions. Okay, so the person closer to the task, those who are actually working on the ground level, have the authority over the daily decisions, how to attain that particular goal. These authorities not only allows to move more rapidly or create the change, but also important for motivation drive. So this is important. If they are having the command in their head, they can motivate the overall set of environment of the employees in a better way. So that fire in your belly, that comes mix of freedom. I'm getting that freedom. Yes, now I don't need to take the permission. I can do it, but you are supposed not to use or misuse that kind of freedom also. Mastery of one's skills and feeling of purpose. Yes, I am very important purpose in this organization, of very holding a very important position, whatever the ground level you are holding in that position, but you're very important. I can take up to this level of decisions that can help others also, and that help me also in mastering my skills. But sometimes what happened due to this, how unpleasant things can happen when decision makers and practitioners are too far away. Sometimes it happened that hierarchy is so much when the organization structure, that the decision makers and you are too far away, so you won't be able to do much if managers don't agree. Sometimes if they don't agree, you can't do much to it in that manner. However, if you are in a very small team, yes, chances that you are being involved for making the choices, at least chat to your manager about it, at least you can talk about it, because they are more approachable, and this keeps the individual focused on the task. Now we have discussed this thing. So now this ownership thing is exciting. I'm the owner of this organization. I'm the business partner. Don't say I work for this organization. I'm also a business partner for this organization. So that kind of positive attitude definitely will going to help you out. Fostering a sense of ownership in team isn't difficult, but that you have to give them that kind of feeling. Actually, if the team understand the ownership mentally, again and again I am saying, if it is understood over here, then definitely it will be projected in their work. You don't have to teach them how to do it, but you have to make them understand. That is the important task. So point of baking it into their culture since beginning, then it is a winning. If you had somebody is joining, and at the time of orientation or induction program, or initially if you are having making them understand this thing, then it is very winning task to you. Therefore, it is important to change your mindset from the project to product. Now, what is the difference between this project to product? Sometimes you're like, I'm into this project, I'm working, oh, my project is over, and you are staying away from that. No, but what about the product which you have handled? What about who will going to take a charge of for that whole product you've created? In the project, you are into the segregated team. I am handling this, I'm handling that, and that, and that for this particular product. What about who will going to own the responsibility for that particular product as a whole? Every time you can't contact your higher authority, one should hold the responsibility that yes, you can approach me for that manner, right? So encourage you to work toward reaching and maintaining a goal rather than rushing to meet the deadlines. Okay, then clapping your hands and walking away from the project, as in the case with most of the initiatives. So it's not like that. The trick is to avoid segregated teams, like I'm for this, that. No, it is the result I want, that end-to-end ownership you should be having. What if the person is not there today, but if I'm approaching some other person for that particular product, that is, he or she is answerable. They can't say that this is not my area of expertise, right? So the product-based approach organizes team around specific product, create end-to-end owners of everything related to that. This is important. And if you are not connected with that product, only a very small part, if you consider I'm only this particular part, then it won't be possible. So it is important for the organization point of view, the manager's point of view also, that you depart this kind of training, depart this kind of environment amongst your team members, so that they can become end-to-end owners of that particular product. Okay, it will definitely going to help the openly share the information. They can, it improves the effectiveness in their roles by learning from their mistakes. So now I know my team is very chill and my manager is most welcoming. I can learn from my mistake rather than getting scoldings and all and getting demotivated. Rather than I can learn from mistake. We are humans, and definitely we are prone to make that. We are not robots. So as you make more control over your decisions, and the company future. So transparency helps your person become better and the business owners. So this is important. If you're more transparent, if you're openly share the information, what kind of difficult situation you face today, you can't hide it. Okay, I face the situation now, how could I spread it to others? Everyone is not facing. No, you should discuss your situation so that you can have a better of ideas and what you have done, and what others ideas are there, so that you can just compile a thought process and you can openly share the information to get more of inputs. Make an investment in customer empathy. Now we have discussed more of in detail that understanding then, and if you have those kind of connection with the customer empathy, that you are putting yourself into their shoe, you are understanding it. So effectively own a customer experience until you are understanding your customers. The team members in better position to solve the problem if you put themselves in their shoes, which means experiencing your own product. Now that is what I have said before also. You're experiencing your own product as if you are the customer. and understanding the problem of your client. I am also experiencing the same. Now my client is experiencing the same. They are trying to address. I can easily connect, yes, what they want to say. So create that kind of empathy map also. I'm also consuming, and if I'm also facing, probably my client might be facing that kind of problem. So this is important to create, right? Now it is very important, evident by now with so much of discussion and the points which I have pondered, that leader job is not just entailing making all the decision. My work is not to always make a decision. Rather than I have to create a team to make a good decision. They can create a good decisions. They, if I'm not there, some of the around, they can take a good decision, and for their task, whatever it may be, they don't require every time the approval of the team leader. It includes that, but this also includes simultaneously giving cover, the shield I'm giving when their actions are called into question. you know when they get this thing that I'm getting the cover. If what if by mistake I did something wrong, or maybe something questioning, then definitely, and what when they have take a chance, and when they fail, they tried something and they fail, they know we have got a cover, we got a shield, we have got that kind of a leader that they're going to take that responsibility, that accountability for us, right? So if you are knowing you have got their back, increases the psychological safety also in the mind, that definitely I can take a chance. What if I fail, I have my someone behind, who will going to stand by me. So which is one of the most critical aspect for the team success. If you stand by with your employee, with your team members, definitely your team will going to do wonders. Initially they might fail sometime, but with the mistakes or with that kind of experiences, they will going to be the best. But the best thing is that giving your people more responsibility free you up also simultaneously. So if you're giving a responsibility, if you have done with that kind of pace setting for your team members, you definitely free you for the, you can look forward for more bigger picture planning. So it will help you in advance in your job also simultaneously, that you have already departed, I know they can very well do it, and in types of emergency or any kind of situation they can approach me, I'm very approachable person. So that you can plan out for more this thing, bigger picture, rather than doing the micromanaging, and every time you are into that ponder and you are not leading your growth also. Okay. So what benefits does I am having if I have that kind of ownership for your team, for that matter? So if I'm having that kind of ownership mindset, now, okay, now I understood I can carry that ownership mindset. But what benefits? Encourage the team members to question themselves and others. So if I'm having that kind of thing, now you have got a time in your leisure, time in your quiet times right now, you can think what else I can do now. It will give them a chance to think for themselves. What is the beneficial habit they can have it? They can check themselves in the time. They can analyze themselves, see what wrong I have done, what how better I can be, and why people get disturbed with my this thing. If I say something and why they're understanding it wrong, then now it is a time to think for about myself. Maybe my way of style of saying, maybe I'm not too much explicit enough. That can be, it is not like you are wrong, it is like maybe your style, maybe you need to improvise it. All obstacles must be addressed quickly and collectively. So true ownership define a value placed on collective responsibility, necessitate alignment and cooperation. So this is important. People will be less insecure and more rely on each other if you can establish an environment where they feel more comfortable sharing and tackling the difficulties together. I have already discussed this thing in the previous slide also, that definitely if you are giving that those kind of environment, that whereby they can you can share the things, they can handle those kind of difficulties all together, and they can come out to with a good solutions to it. They can receive a cooperation also. The problems can be addressed quickly. Okay, I'll do it, because yesterday also I faced, don't worry, I'll going to give a best tip today. So one of the from the team members, you're getting those kind of things, and collectively everyone knows. One thing is that everyone knows what is the problem. It's not like that you are not spelling anything at the end you are saying. No, it's not like that. Every day, now and then, you are addressing, and you're solving it very quickly rather than just putting your own head to it. Now, develop personal bonds inside the team. So this is important. Not only it will make the team members feel more comfortable discussing with your fresh ideas, but they have got a sense of responsibility, because they are more of accountable to it for one another work, and sense they can sense that they are all are in this together. So in previously I told you, I will tell you the meaning of accountability and responsibility is something whereby I have given certain task and you are held responsible for that. That comes with the responsibility when it is being. Now you know that this is my task. Now every day I can't say this is your task, this is your, you have to do it. Now in general you are holding accountable also. It is being expected from a people to maintain the hygiene in their home. They maintain it, but not only in their home but outside the surroundings also, right? So keeping your home clean and throwing the garbage out doesn't comes this thing. So it doesn't mean that every day I should tell you throw it in the dustbin, throw it in the dustbin, don't throw out. It's not like that. Now you are very much aware of the concept that you should not throw outside, because it is not good also, and not good for the environment also, not good for yourself, for the community, and for the environment of a planet. Therefore it is important you should hold accountable. Nobody will going to spell this thing every day to you, right? So that is the main difference. So first I have given the responsibility, but when you understand that and you are held accountable for the same also simultaneously, that is the main difference. Okay, you yourself is holding responsible. So now it is important to charge yourself and your team. How we can do it? How we can charge? There's small tips that you can follow every day. Let's celebrate the success with clapping, standing ovation, or patting on the shoulders. Create gratitude board. You can create, write down the thank you for them, what they the best they have done. By seeing their name on the board of once I did that, it gives a motivation to others and for yourself. Also, you get inspired to it. Plan out for potluck. Potluck is like bringing the food from your home, and you can plan out, let's all be all together, whatever the position you're handling, I'm having the food with my colleagues. Okay, so let's a growth path to be visible. This is important. Right now what position I'm having, and what is the growth path I can have in this organization. It should be visible, it should not be hidden. If I can see, definitely if I work this thing I can hold this position, if I can work I can hold this position. So your growth path is visible enough, definitely you will do wonders. So if I'm in a team, I'm working best, what is my growth path, how I can grow myself. Once can in the future I can also lead the team, right? So the next is on spot incentives. On the spot you can give them any chocolate, small chocolate, or anything, a token of appreciation, or a pen, anything. On spot incentives is good, motivates them. It's not about the value or the price that gift is having. It's about the value, it's about the appreciation, it's about the recognition the thing is holding. That is important. Okay, training and treatment, this is important. So for your team, you feel that you give them training. You can't curse them, oh you don't know this and that. Rather than train them with the process also. So personal and the process. So training and treatment, you give them, make the best resource. Okay, scoreboard for transparency. So you can have the star system, you can have the scoreboard. Okay, this month I got this, I got this and that. That is how the kids also get motivated. Transparency in communication, there should not be hidden things, there should be very much transparency whatever you want to communicate. One thing is always approachable. The people are calling you, people are texting you, and you are not responding. There can't be any kind of urgency. So if you're not a person who can be get approached, definitely you are not counted under the good leader. So it is very important that you should be approachable enough, and so that people is and but simultaneously they should not disturb you. You should make them understand only at the time of urgency, or that is something very important, rather than just chit chatting. No, it's not like that. Okay. The next is inform versus involve. This is important. Rather than just informing and you have to do this and that, no, involve them in every task. This is how we are doing it. Are you okay with that, or you have got some different planner? We can definitely look forward. So having that kind of attitude or learning attitude, that my junior is also can have a good plan also simultaneously, right? So inform rather than just informing, involve them and gather the good ideas of them. Provide feeling of significance. Yes, they are the very important resource of this organization, and they proves to a very important profit center simultaneously. And the last but not least, competency mapping. What is competency mapping means that my team is having very good presentation skills, another member is having very good IT skills, another person is having very good articulation skills. So if I'm giving the task based on their capabilities, based on their competencies, definitely if I map them in a different manner, definitely it will going to prove them in a more efficient manner. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to change them. I will give this skill sets slowly and slowly so that they can become more efficient in other aspect also. But more of, if we can do the competency mapping, definitely they will going to do it. So the way you feel, whatever you are feeling this thing proud, then they will also do like that. If you're feeling too much low enough, helping nature, they will, you will will make the way for the customer employee feel. So whatever the aura you are carrying, then definitely your team will be carrying further for the same. So that's conclude my discussion. It takes efforts and consistency. It's not like the one day I did that, second day I did, and third day I'm into my own mode. No, it's not like that. Consistency is very important. If you stick with it, you will have a team of people who want to work not only for their personal advancements, but also for the advancements of their co-workers. This is hardly we can see that somebody is working for the advancements for the co-workers and the organization as a whole. So we can just try our level best to become like that. But is always there are certain mistakes that we tend to make. Mistake number one, not asking questions for fear of sounding stupid. So do not be afraid of asking question in the meetings and all. Asking question is more of understanding, is actually a sign of confidence rather than lack of knowledge. So ask questions as much as you can. Ignoring the importance of network relationship. I already told you this is very important, that you have to create your own database of your friends and acquaintances. It's not like that I was there in this organization, now that person is not required. No, it's not like that, because everyone has a sense of something special. You can learn from the experiences. Everyone is having different kind of experiences. You can learn from them. So develop them, maintain them. It's very important for your personal network. They can bring you far in the future. Mistake number 3, making up negative stories. That is giving false examples, that I have already told you, that don't give false example or narrate anything which is not true. So focus on positive. That is, if you are just creating negative stories, that means you are having certain hesitations or fear to take the risk. That's why you're making those kind of stories, and it will definitely immobilize you and your team members also. Mistake 4, minimizing your work or the position. So that is what I'm saying. You understand the significance. You should not, consider yourself as undermined. You should see yourself and the position you're holding is a very critical to the company operation. Then only you have that kind of ownership mindset. Do not undermine your position. Mistake 5, waiting to be noticed. Know your brand, who I am, what competencies I'm having, what opportunities I have. So if opportunity knocks, don't wait to be get noticed. Take initiative, okay? Mistake number 6, ignoring the feedback. So this is important. Sometimes you fear of, okay, leave it. I have done, it's okay, fine. No, it is very important. If you should ask, you should value the feedback of the others, because you can't force someone to have the same kind of perception that the person is having. It will help to assess you yourself better. If somebody is saying you that this is not right or you're not going in that manner, understand that thing in a very positive manner, it will help to assess yourself better, that there must be certain point, if I definitely take it as a feedback, a good feedback, it will going to help to improvising in my personality rather than stucking to my own thoughts and processes. So you should not ignore the feedback. Mistake 7, talking too fast. So you have to pace your speech properly. You have to convey your accuracy, your knowledge, the depth of your thought with certain examples. You can set with some real life examples, or maybe some kind of whereby it can get connection with the your team members and all. Mistake 8, ability to speak the language of your business. Now, learn the jargon of your business. Starts. What do you mean by the jargon of the business? Means I am like this. I will going to work like this. No, it's not like that. We are into different environment. Our team is trained into that particular environment. We will going to work in that particular manner. So try to understand that manner and start speaking. Means start acting into that horizon. If you are like shorts and the t-shirts is allowed in your organization, you can wear that. If the suits is allowed, then you have to wear the formals. So if the formals are in your environment and you're wearing the casuals or the beach wear or something like that, it is not acceptable. So means that you have to understand the environment, your the kind of the area or kind of language they are having, whether they are down to earth, whether they are what pace they are keeping. You have to understand the language of your business rather than just you stand by your own positions and all. Okay, so for that you need to have an ownership mindset. Failing to maintain eye contact, this is important. If you're talking like this and this and that means you're not confident enough, you are very much hesitate. So solid eye contact, that whatever if I'm saying, I'm true to my knowledge. It communicates the determination, your sincerity and the confidence. So it will put you in the same footing of the other person, right? So I am right, and if I'm correct in my space, then definitely it communicates confidence. And mistake number 10, believing others know more than you. If I believe, he knows much better, let me stay back and find. No, it's not like that. Do not concede to everything that others will say just because you believe that they know better than you. Probe deeper. If you feel that something is going wrong, it most likely is. Okay, so you are also expert in your area, the others know in their own area, and so this is very important. And if you think that way, then improvise it or apt to the current affairs and all. So with this I'm ending my discussion of ownership mindset and leadership skill. So hope you will be engaged with this discussion and learned and try to implement some tips, and definitely it will going to help you out for that manner. Thank you. I'm audible, I'm visible, ma'am?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which is our only intention, learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Now, ma'am, it's time for our question answer session, which is the
Thank
one more deliverable part of our regular webinars. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we'll be back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Okay, ma'am?
Yes.
Dear IGP knowledge seekers, it's time for our question answer session. Please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. After short video, we'll be back. So please stay with us and enjoy our quiz session. again, welcome back everyone. It's time for our question answer session. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Please welcome back our ma'am. Once again, welcome back, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Dear IGP knowledge seeker, we are waiting for your questions. So please, if you have any question, you can ask. Our speaker will answer those questions. Participants are requested to ask their question in our comment box. After that, we have our most engaging part, quiz competition. Dear IGP notice seeker, if you have any question, you can ask. Ma'am, I think there is no question. I
Okay.
think you covered all the topic, so that's why there is no question.
Okay.
Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you in your topic. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable ma'am, hope to see you again with a new topic and your new date. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you so much, and thank you, IGP, also for providing. Namaste. Thank you.
Ma'am, there is a one question. Uh,
Okay.
from Zian Jewels. Among the different leadership style you have mentioned, ma'am, what is the most ideal in the new era?
So I want to answer this question. Definitely, will go for the contingency because based on the different situations, based on different environment, whatever I'm facing or having, you can offer that kind of leadership style. And definitely, it depends upon that also, that if your team members are very much expert enough, you can offer laissez-faire, or if your team members are along with you since long, definitely you can have a democratic style of leadership where can each and everyone can have a cordial participation for that manner. But whatever the six leadership styles I have disclosed, definitely based on different situations, based on different environment or different kind of circumstances, you can offer the same. So that is my answer. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, for the answer. So, once again, thank you so much, ma'am. Hope to see you again with another topic. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you.
Uh, Ma'am, before we move to the
Mhm.
next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can, ma'am.
Okay.
Dear IGP knowledge seeker, today our some technical problem. We cannot share our certificate code. We provide our certificate code in a short time. Thank you. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, today our some technical problem. We cannot share our certificate code. We provide our certificate code in a short time. Thank you. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, we are sorry for that. Today we are some technical problem. We cannot share our certificate code. We provide our certificate code in a short time. Thank you. uh, their IGP knowledge seeker. It's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. First, you have to go www.slido.com and find today's quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining. Quiz code is global IGP and the code is global IGP. After short video, start our quiz session. So please stay with us and enjoy our quiz session and don't forget to mention your friends to join our quiz session. Once again, welcome back everyone. It's time for our quiz session. To join our quiz session, please follow my instruction carefully. First, you have to go www.slider.com and find today's quiz or direct joining. Our quiz code is global IGP. Our quiz code is global IGP. Already 17 people joined with us. We are still waiting for your joining, so please everyone join and don't forget to mention your friends to join our quiz session. It is easy to join the quiz part, so mention your friends to join the quiz competition. We will pick your name from Slido, so join with your full name, which will be directly printed on your quiz certificate. And top 10 will be awarded with quiz completion certificates. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, if you want to join our quiz session, please follow my instruction carefully. First, you have to go www.globalislider.com. Then you have to enter the code, and the code is global IGP. The code is global IGP. It is easy to join, so mention your friends to join our quiz session. We'll pick your name from Slido, so join with your full name, which will be directly printed on your quiz certificate. Already 90 people joined with us. After some within 2 minutes, we will start our quiz session. So please everyone join. Now we are going to start our quiz session. First question is leadership, authority, guardianship, and ownership right. Is option is Rangit Tirtanga. Second option Katik Kitananga. And the correct answer is option 1, and 74% people are right. Now go for our second question, and the question is to exercise leadership, authority, guardianship, and ownership rights. Is it option Rati? And the correct answer is option 1. Now move to our next question. How are ownership and leadership of a company different? Is it option 1 or option 2? And the correct answer is option 2. And 90% people are right. Now move to our next question. System of land ownership and duties to the leadership. Is it option feudalism? Second option is theocracy. Theocracy. And the correct answer is option 1. And 100% people are right. Move to our next question. And the question is transactional. Transnational leadership helps give followers a sense of empowerment and ownership. Is it true or false? And the correct answer is false, and 10% were right. Move to our next question. The question is Rangatiram is the exercise of leadership, authority, guardianship, and ownership. Is it true or false? And the correct answer is true. 100% people. Move to our next question. The question is authentic followers develop transparency, trust, and physical ownership in your leadership. Is it true or false? And the correct answer is false, and 81% people are right. Move to our eighth now question. The question is the exercise of leadership, authority, guarantee, ownership right is known as option 1, Tangatanga, second option, Puhanga. And the correct answer is option 1, and 100% people are right. Move to our ninth now question. The question is training your cadres to develop their own leadership and ownership in task. Correct answer, option one is develop a sense of responsibility among your subordinates. Second option is make sound and timely decision. And the correct answer is option one, and 100% people are right. And our next question, and the question is a manager who takes ownership of a project and provides the leadership and vision. Is it option one entrepreneur, second option product champion? And the correct answer is option one, product champion, and 30% were right. Congratulations, Shaila Mia. She is our top one. In second position, we have King Asia. In third, we have Dennis Goeneto. In fourth position, we have Josephine Monterano. Second option is Charlene Saliojo Yamaguchi. Congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. We have all of your name which you entered during joining. We'll pick your name and prepare certificate and we'll post them on our Facebook official page. And our Facebook official page and group name is Institution of Global Professional. At the end moment of our session, we can say properly figure skill never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in our every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to goal, not the people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end live button, again wants to thanks all IGP Knowledge Seeker for your active participation as always. See you the next session. Till then, stay happy and blessed. Thank you everyone.